high quality setups occur on higher time frames, and how do we identify these high quality patterns? Yesterday we had a bunch of very high quality setups that occurred on the 15-minute time frame, and I want to show you exactly what we are looking for. If you are new to the channel, subscribe. Let's do this. Alright, and so if we look at NSD JPY right now, so we are in the gap time between Asia and London session. However, if we look at what price action is telling us, we see that this is the current high of the day, this is the current low of the day, but we have this level here. I think it's the the median, or whatever you want to call it. We have this area where price is bouncing off of, giving us a resistance. Let's call it a floor. And so, in my head, I know that in my London session, if we trigger liquidity up here, then I know we have other time frame traders in the market. And so, I would be looking for an area where we have support on the 15-minute time frame after that liquidity has been triggered. However, there'll be situations where you'll find, okay, there is no suitable entry price up here. And so what you can do is you can wait for price to break out of this level. So this is a very key level. If we break below that level, then obviously the next place we are headed is down here. Now, with this in mind, now let's look at what happened yesterday. So this one was a high of week reversal pattern. And so what happened? And so if we look at what happened here, have Asia setting the high of the day, and then later comes back and stop hunts that high. Then it gives us a nice head and shoulders pattern. So let's see here. So this is where that zone of neckline is. Now this is a very good high quality setup. Look at this. If you did not get in up here, so you have this area where price is bouncing off of, but we are not going anywhere, and we have a clear head and shoulders pattern. So the moment we break below that level, your entry, this one was in the London session, the second 15-minute candle. The moment that candle closed, that's your entry. You have your stops above that candle, and you are targeting this area. Now the next example is NSD card. Now I took this trade yesterday, and the reason I took this trade was because on Friday we had this failed breakout, which was a signal to start buying. So Monday we did not have any buy setup, but on Tuesday let's analyze the price action. In the London session, we have this area. So this is the low of the day prior to my window opening at 3 a.m. But also we have this area here where price was bouncing off of but did not continue higher. Alright, so in my head I'm thinking, if we break this level, there's a very high probability price will continue to this level. Alright, so what happens? So we have our stop hand. Alright, so I also want to see some kind of consolidation, like what happened here. So we have this first pin, we have this second. Once we got this red candle, now I am sure that this is a level where price is bouncing off of. Alright, and so in my mind I'm thinking, if I break above this level, there's a high probability price will continue up to this level. So what happens? So actually in that that whole London session became like a consolidation. Alright, and so I usually run my mentorships in the first hour of New York, which is 8 to 9. So I do have access to the charts. And so what was happening is that I already know we have this low, we have already stop hunted the low, we are consolidating below it, and so I don't really care when the market breaks out, but if it breaks out, that is a high probability that price will continue to the next level. And so I think it was at 8 or somewhere around there. That was when price broke out. But I was also on the 1 minute time frame, and the moment price actually it was the 5 minute. So I was on the 5 minute time frame and I saw that price had actually closed above this level at 7.45. So that was my entry, and then I was targeting this level here, and then my stops were on the 15 minute time frame. Yeah, it was below that candle. It was below that previous candle, and that is how that price action behaved yesterday. Another example is NSD USD. Same thing happened. So we have, and so my bias is to buy because on Friday price closed as a failed breakout, and so I'm looking to buy on Monday. Monday obviously did not give us a setup, but let's look at Tuesday. In my timing window at 3, when I come to the screen, what I see is that we have this level where price tried bouncing off of once, failed, tried bouncing off of again, failed, and so I'm waiting for price to come back, stop hunt this low, so that I know we have other time frame traders in the market. And then once, and this pin, even though it's a very small pin, it did trigger that low, and so I count that as a stop hunt. And also I'm thinking, if we break above this level, then this is a head and shoulders pattern that is forming. And so what happened? So price just consolidated, and so this one is a head and shoulders pattern, very clear. And then boom, at 7.45, so this 7.45 to 8, we have that breakout. And so this is your entry, your stops are below that candle, and you are targeting this high. And what happened? That is what happened yesterday. Check out the links in the description for other resources that you might need. And if you got value from today's video, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.